Big story on India first. It's a major boost for Made in India vaccine, Covaxin. World Health Organization's Chief Scientist says that the data submitted by Bharat Biotech looks good and meets the safety profile of International Public Health Agency so far. Dr. Soumya Swaminathan is the Chief Scientist at the World Health Organization, and she has said, and I quote, Covaxin's efficacy against the Delta variant of COVID-19 is a bit low, but it is still not bad, while the overall efficacy is quite high, unquote. What does this mean? This actually means that the World Health Organization approval for Covaxin could well happen soon, and Bharat Biotech finally, it's made public its findings from Phase-3 efficacy analysis of Covaxin. This was made public last Saturday. Now, Bharat Biotech has claimed an overall efficacy of 77.8% against symptomatic COVID-19 patients. The preprint data. Now, preprint data has showed that Covaxin demonstrates 93.4% effectiveness against severe symptomatic COVID-19 cases. On the other hand, Covaxin provides about 65.2% protection against the Delta strain. That's a major development that's taking place, and it's a big, if I may, shot in the arm for the Made in India vaccine. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Sneha Mordani, breaking this big story. Sneha, bring us details. What does this mean for those who've got the Covaxin shot and their travel overseas?
Oh yes, it's certainly a shot in the arm, and imagine, Gaurav, what this does as far as perception around Covaxin is concerned, given the fact that there have been voices of concern regarding efficacy, given the fact that the data came late. In fact, the data that you're mentioning just now, still I want to tell our viewers, is not peer-reviewed. It is data that has been put out by the company, and this is the data that has been submitted to the regulators, and also a pre-submission meeting has happened on the 23rd of June already. What this does is that this opens up the chances for Covaxin to be listed as one among the many vaccines that have been authorized by the World Health Organization. It's called emergency use listing, and by this it means that many countries would be encouraged to allow Indians who've taken the Covaxin to travel to their countries. I'll just give you a small example.
Yes.
Dubai is welcoming Indians who've taken Covaxin, but they need to be in quarantine. But those who've taken Covishield can just reach Dubai and have a good trip. They don't have to be in quarantine. It's a small difference, but it makes a hell lot of difference for those people who have in fact taken Covaxin, like you and me, and would want to travel outside India. So in that sense, this statement is extremely welcome. Bharat Biotech has said that between July and September, they would expect this authorization from the World Health Organization to come in. And we have none other than the Chief Scientist of the WHO saying that the data is looking good, though as compared to other vaccines, the efficacy against the Delta variant is a little low, something that the company has already said.
Fair enough, but it's a shot in the arm for those who've taken Covaxin and they want to travel overseas. But it's a shot in the arm for India to make this big statement on the world stage. India's made our own vaccine for our people and perhaps also for export overseas. Sneha.
Absolutely. This opens up the doors for Covaxin to be used in the COVAX platform. By far, Gaurav, this is not being allowed. Remember, Covishield is being given to other countries via the COVAX platform, and many countries have used Covishield. But there has been these regulatory hiccups for Covaxin. Once accepted by the World Health Organization, many countries that do not have a regulatory mechanism in place would be turning towards the World Health Organization to then ask them which are the vaccines that you have approved so that we can use. These are the smaller countries, for example. And in that sense, it's going to then open up the doors for commercial use of the vaccine outside India. It's great for the company in question here that has been trying to develop a vaccine against Covaxin for months together now. Also, or in the Covax facility, it just gives an opportunity for India then to go and say that this is India's own vaccine. It is India's first indigenous vaccine, and it's being used by so many countries, even under the Covax facility, exactly like the way Covishield is being used. So for its perception, for its commercial aspect, and for it to be used in many different countries, either as a grant in aid or for commercial use, this is a great opportunity. And like I said, this statement is an indication clearly, Gaurav, that things are moving in the right direction.
We will track this story very closely. Sneha Mordani, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. Now shifting focus, the Delhi High Court